Before we start our episode today, I want to thank our sponsor, 32 Below Froyo and More. They're located here in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. They have frozen yogurt. They have tons of toppings, paninis. They've got salads, snacks. They also have beer and wine, adult floats, and every Saturday and Sunday, they have endless mimosas. So make sure that you follow them on social media, keep up to date on everything happening, and go support them. They're an amazing local business. All right, so it is the month of November. This month, we are going to focus on wellness. So each guest is around a piece of wellness, physical, emotional, mental health. And so we're going to be bringing on someone new each episode that gives you a tip, gives you a little nugget of wellness so that you can have a successful winter, so that you can be healthier and happier during this dark time. So enjoy the episode. Welcome to Keeping Tabs. I'm Tabitha Croc, and every Monday, I talk to someone here in North Idaho, the goal to connect more people in the Coeur d'Alene area. And then every Friday, I talk to someone outside the community to bring in a new perspective and to learn a little bit about yourself. Good morning. I have Melissa with me. I have known Melissa for a while today, and she has this really cool career, and she's helping so many people meet their fitness goals, which I think is great. You got to go follow her on social media. Some people that have been very overweight, very unhealthy, and she has brought them into like a whole different world. So seeing the stories, I just love this woman. So thank you so much for coming on today. And tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Okay, so thank you for that intro. That was so nice of you. I've kind of the Jill of all trades. I've done a lot of things. A lot of local people that are watching this probably know. I've opened up a new business every 4 years since I was 27. But most recently, I sold my brick and mortar, and I'm rebranding myself as an online health and fitness personality. And I have my own app called MelFit. And it's really been hard because people want to see me, touch me, and feel me. And I have a huge local following. And although I want to do that, I want to travel all over the world. And my husband's off for a couple months out in the winter. So it's actually becoming exactly what I wanted it to become. But I've just had to train people that you can't come to my house unless you absolutely have to. So, and I have people all over the world as well, but I have a huge local following. So I offer a lot to my clients. I am a personal trainer, a nutritionist, a chef, a marathon coach, a food prep coach, and a life coach. So I wear many hats, and I feel like that I'm very successful because of that. I used to be overweight myself, and I remember hiring a personal trainer, and I asked him what I should eat, and he had no clue. And that is the one thing that I wanted for myself and my clients, is I wanted to be able to be the whole enchilada. So I'm really having fun with it. And I think that COVID has been a super big game changer for me, because people that didn't even entertain having an online resource for health and fitness, they're just totally sold on it, and they may never go back. So it's been really cool. And a lot of people through their business life are learning how to communicate like on Zoom, like we're doing. And it actually is starting to make sense to them. It used to be super uncomfortable, but now they're realizing that, wow, I could actually save time by doing everything online. So
It's such a cool, I think I've talked to a bunch of my friends and how much like realizing you don't need a physical space to get some things done, and that how you connect with people. And I know people that are trainers are training people through Zoom and connecting with their other, business people or whatever through video calling and things like that. And I think it's really going to switch and change the way we do a lot of things from here on out.
Yeah. Well, look at you. You're in Big Bear with your nice cup of coffee, chilling out. This is great for everyone. I love it.
Exactly. I love it. So do you mainly work with men, women, or anybody? Like, what is your kind of wheelhouse of people?
Anyone. I don't really know what outward appearances, what people think that I specialize in, but I specialize in anybody that needs help and anybody that's ready. So I could be I've worked with children, 12, 13 years old to, I've had clients that are 80. I work with eating disorders, bulimia, anorexia, binge eating, morbidly obese. If you follow me on social media, I have a client I've been working with for quite some time now that was over 600 pounds, and we've now lost 130 pounds together. So the easiest way to describe it is once you have the formula for success, you can apply it to anyone, whether it be a young person or an older person. It's all science and mathematics. So to me, nothing stumps me, and nothing, because this is what I do. It's what I'm good at. I always tell people everybody has their talents. This is my talent. It comes really naturally to me. It's my passion. And I truly believe that I can help anybody that's ready.
Yeah, that's the key, right? That's you have to be ready. You have to be ready to take that step and change some things in your lifestyle. And I love that. That's the story I was referring to, is the woman that you work with. And it is, I mean, go read the stuff that you guys have done. I mean, it touched me when I read all this stuff and what you've done for her. And gosh, it's amazing. So and the meal prepping is really cool. You do a lot of stuff with meal prepping, teaching people how to meal prepping yourself, and doing some of your videos, which I think is really cool too.
Yeah, the meal prepping is a game changer. And I think that there's a lot of people that may have the fitness part of it down, they may have the exercise down, but it all starts with food. And when you put it together, it's like dynamite. And I think food prepping really scares people, but I teach them step by step in my meal plans. I give them a shopping list. I give them a meal plan for 6 days. They get one free day to eat whatever they want. And I think after about 2 weeks, it's super uncomfortable at first. It's like taking a college class. You show up, you're like deer in the headlights. You don't know anything. You're super confused. You maybe don't want to come back. Then the second week, you decide that you may settle in and talk to somebody. The third week, you may raise your hand because you're actually getting it. After 2 or 3 weeks, people message and they say, wow, I now realize that I'm saving myself time. I'm following a shopping list. I am shopping on Saturday, or for most people, the one thing that I've eliminated is the excuse. What excuse do you have when you can have the damn groceries delivered right to your freaking door?
Right.
You have your groceries delivered Saturday, Sunday, you food prep for 2 hours. If you're really good, an hour and a half. And the one question in all through America, this question is never asked in my household and hasn't been for years. What's for dinner? We don't ever say that because we have prepared for the week. My husband and I have one date night a week. That's our free day. We have whatever we want. And we rinse and repeat. And the one thing that I really love about MelFit is I created the meal plans Super Bowl Sunday of this year. And in my mind, I envisioned exactly how this was going to work. And it is playing out and rolling out exactly the way that I planned. And I want long-term relationships with people. I don't want one-hit wonders. If you're not going to do this for the rest of your life, we can't be friends, because this is a lifestyle. And when they message me after 2 or 3 weeks and they say, I'm a lifer, I always want to do this and I always want to eat like this. It gives me the chills right now telling you this, Tabitha. It's like, I mean, open up the heavens, because that is what I'm teaching here. I'm teaching people, at the end of the day, everybody wants to live a healthy lifestyle. Everybody wants to learn how to cook whole foods. I'm teaching young people, or people of all ages, how to cook, because they also throw that excuse at me. Well, Coach Mel, I don't know how to cook. I literally videotape every recipe I make. This morning, Josh and I made Cornish game hens with low sugar orange glaze for our holiday menu. So I have a complete holiday menu that's Melfit approved. So it's kind of hard for anybody to give me an excuse because I spent 1,000 hours. I spent my whole winter creating these wonderful plans, and there's like no stone unturned. So I'm very proud of them, and I'm very excited to see all these people go through them.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love that you guys, you and your husband plan out like, oh, we're going to have a date night. We're going to like enjoy yourselves too, showing that you want to have some fun. You want to go to your favorite restaurants.
Yeah.
What is your breakfast, lunch, and dinner restaurant in like Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls?
Okay, breakfast La Peep. Lunch would probably be Oval Office, Shannon salad, and dinner would be Saute for sure.
Oh, Saute, yes. I love people remind me that one because I just love
Not just because my best friend is Rob Elder.
No, it's awesome. I love that. So outside of changing people's lives and being fit, and you do your own, you've been a runner and lifter, you've done it all. What are your hobbies outside of that?
Gosh, I have to tell you, these are my hobbies, and every hobby I've ever had, I've turned into a business, which is not a bad thing because if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Let's see. We are so blessed to live on the Post Falls River. So I love, my husband built us a home here, and I always tell people he built me my paradise. We've been working our whole lives together to get to the point we're at today. And I just really love we call our property and the bay that we live in Tranquilo Bay, which in Spanish means tranquil. And I just absolutely love being on my property. I love being by the water. I paddleboard just like you. I kayak. I love how everything in this area, as you know, is in such close proximity to the water. And I can't imagine ever living in a place where I don't have access to the water. So I know you love the water too. So I love hanging out with friends. I love hiking. I love hanging out with like-minded people. Barbecues. I'll probably snowboard a little bit this winter. I love traveling.
Yeah, your backyard, whenever you post pictures or videos of your back area, like, it looks like paradise.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
you. I get my exercise maintaining. I'm the Hispanic gardener. I don't mind it though. I get like 30,000 steps a day in the summer, so it's great.
I love that. So, you've obviously have a lot of businesses and you've done a lot of different things. Is there like something along the way that you've failed at that you've learned the most about yourself?
Yeah, a couple things. One is I opened up a second drive-through coffee stand years ago. I owned Leopard Lattes for 13 years. We had a second location, and I think that a lot of people in business have this mentality, go big or go home. I don't have that mentality anymore. How about you start small, stay there, and if you put all your eggs into that basket, it will just grow so much. When you spread yourself so thin, everything suffers. Yeah. And it seems like such a good idea to do multiple things. So I opened up another coffee stand, and the one thing that would happen is they would go to Leopard Lattes number 1, they would see a line, and they would go over to Leopard Lattes number 2. So yeah, so I was cutting my own throat there, but it didn't take me long to realize that it wasn't profitable and it didn't pencil. So I tried it for about a year, and we sold it. So probably broke even on that one. Another thing that I really learned a lesson from was my best friend and I own 2 clothing boutiques. And I actually told a local businesswoman the story this week in hopes that it would give her a little bit of inspiration. And we had 2 clothing boutiques called Smitten. And one of them was in Post Falls, right off the freeway, and it was just a hidden gem. The building was very old, but we kind of made it quaint, shabby chic, and we prided ourselves in jeans that were not over $49, tops that were under $29. Fashion is my hobby. I forgot to mention that.
Yes.
And we just had some really, really cool style. My best friend and I, we travel a lot, so we always try to bring the cutting edge styles back. Well, I feel like where we cut our throat on that one again is we were asked to be in the Coeur d'Alene Resort Plaza shops, and we were so flattered. And we thought that was so far out of reach. Now, looking back at I consider myself a successful businesswoman, and the only reason I'm successful is because I failed, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. Fail, succeed, fail, succeed, fail, succeed. Not everything is roses. So what happened is we were paying like $800 a month for this space in Post Falls. Then we moved to the Plaza shops. We had 2 locations. We were paying $2,200 and like 5 or 10% of sales. And we made the decision to merge the stores to the wrong location. We merged to Coeur d'Alene, which, as you know, the parking is crappy. And anyways, long story short, we did sell the boutique. And looking back on it now, okay, one thing I wanted to mention, don't listen to the noise of others. Everybody kept saying, oh, you've got to get Rock Revivals. Those were in style back then. You got to get Big Star. And those orders were killing us because we had to, you had to have minimums every single month. Looking back on it now, what was profitable? The $49 jeans and the $29 tops all day long. Where would we be? I always tell my best friend Laura, if we would have stayed in Post Falls, regardless of her moving, we would probably still be there because it was making money. At the end of the day, that's a good business. Okay. Does it pencil? No, it didn't pencil. So if you're watching this and you're a business person and you have this thought in your mind that you want to grow or really choke down a huge rent payment, my advice is don't. If anything, work at home like Tabitha and I, no overhead. It's the tax write-off.
Oh, that's awesome. So I just love you. You're just full of passion and excitement, and you're so smart. Let's just say you had a billboard. What would you either write on this billboard or put on this billboard?
Let's see. On my billboard about myself, or just something I would give to the world?
Anything you want on this billboard.
The only thing I would say is never give up. I can't remember what I typed back to you the other day, but I literally, my digital media assistant, Josh, I got him a backpack and I got him this patch that says never give up. I tell myself this all the time. If you think an online business is roses, it's not. I mean, it's when you are rebranding yourself and you are literally, everything you get is earned, and you think you're going to just, open up the doors and everything's going to flow. It takes time, it takes dedication, and it takes believing in yourself. And I still, to this day, I tell myself every day, just never give up. And also, I think that it really helps for me to encourage. I like to give people self-confidence. Fortunately, I have a lot of self-confidence. So I love to teach my clients to never give up. And I think if you have one person in your life that believes in you, it makes the world of difference, because so many people judge and they put you down. And I think to myself, I don't care if you're selling M&Ms. Good for you for hustling and getting on social media every day and promoting your business. So.
Oh, it's so true. And social media, it's a
that's my billboard.
Yes, I love that. And like you said, you have tons of confidence and you give that to everyone you work with, or that's probably even around you. But what inspires you to be your best self, or what gives you that confidence, or do you look up to someone? What is that inspiration you have?
I think I wrote this on the question that you gave me. My mom is probably my biggest inspiration because growing up, she was like me and I'm like her because I saw that. And the one thing I'll tell you is she was married 3 times, um, very poor. We were on welfare, struggling, but I saw her never give up and I saw her constantly start new trades. She would learn how to make leather belt buckles with people's names. She was a master seamstress. She was the #1 sought after car upholsterer in our area, like classic cars, which are big here. She was top realtor of the year at Century 21. She owned her own pawn shop. She built her own house from the ground up and pounded every nail. So I kind of grew up with watching my mom just read a book and do it. I saw her rebuild the engine in my sister's car. And I will tell you, this is the most organized woman you've ever seen. She took every piece out, numbered it, and wrote it down. And then when she put it back together, there were no pieces left. So when I started my journey opening up businesses since I was 27, I never really thought I could fail because nobody ever told me I could fail. If I ran the idea by my mom, she would always say the same thing. If anybody can do it, you can do it. So there goes the one person in your life. If you've got one cheerleader, I don't care if it's your spouse, your boyfriend, your friend, someone on social media. And that is why I am everybody's cheerleader, because I knew that she believed in me and she thought I could do it. Oh. And I'm okay with the success and the failure and the success and the failure. So I kind of live my life that way because I don't have the fear of failure. If something doesn't work out, I'm going to damn try my hardest to make it work. But I'm just going to look at it as this is my life. Hopefully I'll live to 100 years old and I'll say, wow, you did this, you did that. My husband and I have a small portfolio of rental properties that I manage. We're real estate investors. I mean, I've kind of dabbled in all different things and I love learning and I love staying ready, because I would love, if you invited me to do something, if you said, Melissa, come to Big Bear and run a full marathon with me, I would love to say I might not be as fast as you, but I really want to stay ready in all aspects of my life. It's not that I'm like training for anything. I just really want to stay ready.
Oh, I love that. Gosh, I just want to go conquer my day. You got me all inspired. Yeah. Well, and right now we're all dealing with something, whether it's with COVID, whether it's you lose your job. Everybody's dealing with something now. With time change, seasonal depression, like it's just a lot. I want you to give a piece of advice, leave us all with a piece of advice to work on our wellness and our health. Little advice for all the listeners.
My advice would be to control the controllable. Turn your TV off. If the world comes to an end, what are you going to do about it? Everybody that knows me knows I don't watch TV. So if I get any information, whether I want it or not, it's from other people. Control the controllable. What good is it going to do for you to get up every day, get on social media and read the negativity or listen to the negativity or get on the news? What good is it going to do? Because you can't control you can't control it. So what can I control? Control the controllable to me means, although the world is in turmoil and I am not ignoring the fact that there is a pandemic, I'm not ignoring the fact that many people are upset because maybe their choice for president wasn't what they wanted it to be. I'm not dismissing that. I'm not blind. I get what's going on. But what I can control every day, #1 is my attitude. And the minute my feet hit the floor, That is, if your feet hit the floor and you think your day is going to suck, it's going to suck. If your feet hit the floor and you are like, man, I'm going to kill my day, I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to have this really awesome cup of coffee, I'm going to have a Melfit protein bowl, I get to work out because I don't have cancer, I have arms, I have legs, and I am healthy, or I get to work out to reach my goals. I get to eat healthy food, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to afford to purchase whole organic foods. I am blessed to have a family. I'm blessed to have a husband. I'm blessed to have grandchildren. I'm blessed to have a vehicle that runs. I'm blessed to live in a beautiful area. So control the controllable and be grateful for what you have. And I think that most people every single day are so focused on what they don't have that they'll never get it. Because if you can't be grateful for what you have, I just don't know what to tell people.
I love that. So if someone wants to reach out to you, whether to hire you, get on your app, or do whatever, how do people reach out to you?
So I am on Instagram and Facebook, and my Instagram handle is at Melfit Coaching. I also have my own app, and you can download my app on Apple or Google Play, and it is simply Melfit. And Melfit is all things health, fitness, and lifestyle. So if you've been watching me on social media and you're not really sure what Melfit is about you, and Melfit is about helping you find your best self. And whatever you're interested in, if you're interested in, I give a lot of life advice. I give business advice while I teach my workouts. I give recipes. I give workouts. So if you're really looking for some positive inspiration and you want to kind of just focus on something else besides all the negative, I would love to have you guys in my life. I am looking to build a really strong Melfit army, and I don't know who wouldn't want a better health and wellness for themselves. I mean, it should be on the top of your priority list, right, Tabitha?
I agree 100%.
Every day.
Well, thank you so very much, and go have a great day.
You too, girlie. Thank you for asking me for the interview, and I love connecting with you.
Me too.
And Josh and I will have to pull you on and interview you next.
Oh, I'm down. Let me know.
Okay, that would be great. All right. Thanks, Tabitha. Have a good day, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Keeping Tabs. I'm Tabitha Crock, and every Monday I release a podcast about different community members here in North Idaho. And then we end the weeks on Fridays with a podcast about the things I'm passionate about: outdoors, adventures, sports, the van life, and even current events. So if you like what you heard, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes. Thank you again. Now go be kind and do something great.